My friend, we are working on building this whole system, and previously we built the prop side, the slider rod. We didn't build that. We built the handle, we built the crank, we built these two shafts. So today we will be building this slider setup. So it will be two shafts going vertically or like orthogonally, and let's start working on it. So what I want to do is I want to start with, we are working in part workbench. I want to start with a tube. Previously, we built this tube from sketches. On this one, I want to start with a primitive in part workbench. And let's say outer radius, I want to say 10 millimeter. The inner radius, this one actually, let's start with 5. We'll come back to it. And then height 25 for now. Hit OK. So that's the one. And what I want to do, I want to actually so this is now up down. I want to go side by side. So right click on the tube, hit transform, and on the rotation maybe make it 15 so it's easy to move it. So rotate it there, so 90 degree. Hit OK. So if you'll notice, this is sitting, it started the origin, it's going right way. The fact is it's not symmetric by the axis. So one way to do it is symmetric by the origin on the lengthwise is to come to the tube, the placement in the position right there on X direction, we want to move it on the left side. So here, start with a minus, and the height is 25, so we want to go 12.5, right? We want to make it parametric too. So come to the expression and start with minus, right? And height was 25, so let's go with height divided by 2. So whatever the height is, this will always be in the middle. If we want to change the height to 30, it will be now symmetrically expand on both sides. Just wanted to show it to you. So if you needed a parametric primitive, the option is there. So that's one. And let's start with another tube in the middle. Now this one we'll have to get some reference from the crank earlier. So let's keep it there. Right. It starts at the center. Maybe make it height, make it 20. Okay. Now let's circle back to the driver. Actually, hide it, right? In here, so hide it. The cylinder that will go into this hole will actually fit into this hole. So the diameter of this hole will be the same as this diameter of this hole. I want to make it a reference. So I can show it to you, like, if you wanted to, you can make this interrelated parts. So I want to go to the crank, and in the sketch crank, double click on it. So here the radius is 5 millimeter. The diameter is 5 millimeter. So I want to double click on the diameter, and here put a name. All right. So driven pin diameter. Now this is sketch crank. Under, actually that will do sketch crank. So let's come to this tube. Let's hide that. And the inner radius, that's what we need. So this is going to be a formula from the sketch crank. So start with the sketch crank dot constraints dot. So this was, just type anything. It's not showing up. Oh, there it is. Now it says there are two named constraints. One is crank length, another one is driven pin dia. If you don't remember the name, that's one way to bring it up. Like type anything and then backslash, or like delete it, and then it will show the list. So driven pin 5 millimeter, that's the diameter. We are putting it in as a radius, so divided by 2 there. So although we haven't put any unit in there, the default is taken because the diameter is in millimeter there. So now if something we change it in here, it will be reflected here too. So let's go, they make this 6 millimeter, and this hole becomes bigger as well. All right, now let's see if we can put this together as a connect object. Awesome, that worked. So that mechanism, and then what I want to do, I want to make another cylinder in here that will be going up top. So draw a primitive cylinder, the radius the same. This is going to be sketch crank dot constraints dot driven pin dia divided by 2. Hit OK. And then height, we can make it 25 right there. And let's hide these for now. And maybe now transform it, like pull it up somewhere here. It's an arbitrary value as long as it's it's fitting in there. And then I want to put this together as a fusion. Okay. All right, this is the slider. Okay, so we have all the components that we needed in this file. It's the same file. We have the handle, we have the driver, we have the slider, we have the support, we have small shaft and the bigger shaft. So we have all of those. In the next video, I will put everything together. So hopefully we'll come up with something similar to this. See you in the next video then.